Hello, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everybody. I hope everyone is having a good week so far. Today I think we'll be doing maybe some of the story, maybe some side quests, and I guess we'll just start off with that. And without further ado, let's get started.
Go look at our official merch.
Okie dokie. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, that's right. We were gonna do that. Finish the other quest. Okay. Oops. Sorry, guys. I needed to take a drink for a second. Okay.
Come take a look at our official
Let's
merch.
see. Okay, so it's up there. All right. Just go there for the time being.
Leave it to me. Striking from the shadows.
Barriers.
One hit down.
Save me, boss.
No hesitation. The hour is upon us. I sense your weakness. One hit down. No. Ow! Striking from the shadows. The end has come. One hit down. I sense your weakness.
Save me, boss.
Cherish every gain.
Okay, so there's the kinds of dailies. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. There they are.
Hey, Rover. I've sent the coordinates of that CSC recent. Now that we're in the same boat, let me fill you in on what we're getting into before we dive in. The Corda Savante is a mysterious scientific research organization. They're best known for their research in automata mechanics. But what really put them on the map isn't that. It's all the bizarre experiments they did. What's with the psychedelic black light coming from Morning Ix's mire? And is that freaky ring in the waters really the lake monster's doing? One day, a daring young scientist soared into the sky and never returned. Could this be the beginning of another diabolical plot?
Alto, why are you telling bedtime stories now? Is it time to sleep already?
What kind of stories have you been listening to?
Ahem. My bad. Old habits die hard. But a big part is coming right up. One day, out of the blue, every single Corda Savante member vanished. The last words from that mysterious researcher, the Corda Savante Committee's chairman, was this. Ahem. You want my research? You can have it! I left everything I gathered in the Corda Savante's labs. Now, you'll just have to find it. What do you think, Rover?
Okay,
Aren't
that
you
was a pretty good
curious?
reference. Enough of this, let's go.
Ha ha! I knew you'd be into this like I am. But stories aside, we do have an important mission on our hands. I suppose the magistrate at Jinjo has already told you what we do?
Pretty much, yeah.
We've set up resonance beacons worldwide to monitor the lament, collecting data in real time. This is how we predict when the next lament is happening. As the saying goes, one miss is as good as a mile. Every single one of those resonance beacons after the Corda Savante researchers disappeared, all of our resonance beacons near their facilities were damaged to varying degrees. Recently, something went wrong with our lament detection system, and we suspected it had something to do with a damaged beacon around the area. That's why we've been sent here, to investigate the case. While our main goal is to retrieve the lost resonance beacons, we also might find some treasures.
Alto, even Encore can tell what you're up to.
It's called seize the opportunity while I can. You're just too young to get it. Come on, let's go.
Leave it to me. No hesitation. I sense your weakness. One with the sound. Moment of resonance. Leave it to me. Strike from the shadows. One with the sound. No hesitation. is upon us. Ha! Leave it to me. Break. Ow! One is the sound. Striking from the shadows. Keep it together. No hesitation. Striking from the shadows. The end has come.
Useless idiots!
I sense your weakness. Remnants of the past.
Huh. Is my TD detector working? How come it didn't warn us of so many tacit discords ahead?
Because they all just appeared out of nowhere.
That's weird. Anyway, let's deal with it, shall we?
Moment of resonance.
Oh, oops.
This is the place. Ugh. Those savants really love their puzzles. No wonder folks never managed to get inside after all these years. Their security's top-notch.
Wait, didn't I try to go in
That's
here?
because Alto set off the security alarm, and now the gate's closed. Ugh.
Anyway, we've got to figure out how to open it up again.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Ah, okay. That was actually a rather simple one.
This is... Ugh. No wonder. Those crazy savants. They were trying to recreate the retroact rain.
Hmm.
Never thought they could pull off something like this. Incredible.
What on earth is the retroact rain?
The retroact rain is essentially a form of condensed remnant energy from the etheric sea. Various events across space and time from every dimension are recorded in the form of remnant energy. The retroact rain conjures illusions of past events for those exposed to it. That rain curtain we saw earlier was probably the result of their experiments. Before the retroact rain forms, it goes through 3 stages. In the first stage, it looks just like any regular rain. And what we're seeing now should be the second stage. Water droplets floating in midair, being absolutely still. I've heard of plenty independent studies on the retroact rain. Most of the researchers were driven by their obsessions, while some wanted to relive a particular experience, and others yearned to reunite with their loved ones. But look at all these devices here. The sheer scale of this research is really something. Really makes one wonder, what on earth were they trying to bring back with such a massive retroact rain? The power system here might still work. Let's split up and find it.
Hooray! Woolies, that away!
That Fraxidus overseer has been really generous with his sponsorship. It would have taken us much longer to build this place without him. Though he loves to meddle with our experiments a bit too much. Well, he's our patron. Can't do anything about that. This lab's location is a bit too remote for me. But I'm okay with it, as long as we can keep doing our research.
Yeah. Where else could us maniacs possibly go?
The committee kicked us out like trash. They'll never understand. As Professor Hysen stated, we are embarking on a monumental endeavor with the power to redefine humanity's future. This time, we will make the divine miracle we saw happen again for all of humanity to behold.
Divine miracle.
The experiments have been going smoothly, but we still can't get the desired outcome. Why? The artificial retroactive rain project has advanced to its second phase. We have various evidence that this ancient civilization was the Whining Aches' Maya at some point. We believed we could recreate that divine miracle with the artificial retroact rain. Have we been mistaken? We have no time left. The artificial controllable tacit field should be complete by now. We'll have to rely on our backup plan.
Hmm. What in the... Huh. I don't remember that being there. Hmm. The rain in the lab lasts much longer than outside, falling for a good 4 years, 11 months, and 2 days since. The impact of witnessing the suspension for the first time is gradually overshadowed by the overwhelming despair. Disappointment and frustration spread in the lab like moss, resilient and unavoidable. Working in this damp environment is a kind of torture both physically and mentally. Research on the retroactive rain has entered its second phase, yet, contrary to expectations, there has been There's been no progress whatsoever. Perhaps everyone, including Professor Heisen, has questions if we're doing it wrong. But all evidence points to the fact that it has indeed visited the Whining Axe Mire. That's one of the reasons we moved here. What we pursue is merely to use the retroactive brain to relive the miracle and seek enlightenment. Despite exhaustion, doubts, and countless arguments, we must continue the research. However, time is not on our side. Eventually, we decided to transition to the plan B. Is it a worthwhile choice? Hard to say. Professor Heisen said the risks are high, but success could bring us closer to the answers. Yet we failed 37 times. 37 lives lost in the process. Finally, a subject named A038 survives. It's a huge breakthrough, but not many were excited because we all knew it was a replica, nothing more than an absurd imitation of God. Night shifts are tough due to understaffing. I'm the sole one on duty all night observing this invisible stuff who is unable to speak or move. It's more boring than staring at my tutor's face and maintain the stability of the task. I feel all clocks were removed. Every minute feels unbelievably long. Professor Heisen, once kind, has become particularly strict this time. Since the experiment has started, he hasn't smiled at all. Speaking of which, a researcher once brought up above standard tools into the experimental area, triggering alarms throughout the lab. Fortunately, neither the tested field nor A038 seems affected. But for some reason, A038 feels a bit larger. By the way, that was the first time I'd ever seen Professor Heisen lose his temper. Let's call it a day. There are still some issues, and I need to manually input the reconfirmed parameters and data. We were all insanely busy despite the workload, and no one complained. After all, we have nowhere else to go but here. It's time to feed frequency again, and seriously, I think we've been feeding it too many things. Anyway, it's Professor Heisen's order, so maybe it's best to just follow it. Okay, let's see.
How's subject A038 doing lately?
It has yet to assume a concrete form or exhibit vocalization behavior. In most cases, it remains motionless.
Sorry about that.
However, we noticed some behavioral discrepancies from our initial expectations, and further observation and research would be necessary.
It's merely a replica after all. It's far from the true form of those gods. By the way, things have been mysteriously disappearing lately. Any idea?
You notice it too. Thought I was imagining things. And there's weird noises at the lab late at night. I suspect it has something to do with subject A038. Lately, its frequencies have always displayed signs of hunger, but it's been under strict surveillance. That couldn't possibly be 8038, right?
I'll go check the security cameras once more. Let's increase its rations. We can't afford to let it go hungry. After all, it's our last hope now.
Yeah, I think that's a bad idea. Still can't take that one out. What the? Oh,
That
whoops.
Praxidus overseer has been really generous with his sponsorship. It would have taken us much longer.
Hmm. Okay. Assembling machinery in a modular way, this automata mechanics is quite something. Thanks to it, we easily built our new lab. Of course, we couldn't do it without the financial support of the Fraxidus overseer. Annoying to have someone meddling in our research, given his generous contributions, it's all tolerable. After all, no choice left. Got expelled from headquarters, so the only way was to move to the whining Axmire. Surely the workload Surely the workload increased, but there's an advantage. No one's gonna bother coming to this remote place. I still remember the moment Professor Heisen announced the trial success at the meeting. He told us, I'm getting old, but there's still plenty I can do. And you are still young with endless possibilities. I believe each one of you, genius or not, would rather leave your mark in history than end up living an uneventful life in a place like this. If successful, our names could be immortalized with Professor Heisen's in history, known for generations to come, even as ordinary people. We were once prohibited from research due to the so-called dangerous activities. Expelled from headquarters, we were resentful and frustrated, but now we've let go of those pointless emotions, focusing solely on paving the way to the future. Setting aside personal stories, I think it's more because we've all witnessed miracles. Okay. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Do I need to talk to? Maybe I should talk to Encore in case she has anything to say. Probably should have done this in the first place, but
Cosmos? Cloudy? You saw anything fun? Report it in. Cosmos saw nothing. Cloudy saw nothing either. Bah. What? Go! Go look again!
okay. Oopsie. Am I missing something? Hmm. Let's see. Let's try the sensor. Okay, I see that. Is there another one over here?
Seems like a new discovery.
Oh, it must be that orb thingy. Yep. Okay. How do I take that one out, though? Let's see. Why can't I take this one out?
Huh.
Hmm. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Interesting. Wait. Okay, hang on. Put down. Maybe it has something to do with this thing. Okay, so no. No on that. Um. Wait, do I have to go outside?
Seems like a new discovery.
Dun, 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 dun. No, so it should be in here. This is one complex puzzle. Okay, let's see. Mm, head. getting their stuff there. Hmm. 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 Wait, hang on. Let me see. Hmm.
Seems like a new discovery.
Is there something I'm missing? Hmm. Hmm. Should should there be another one? Hmm. 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 So I think the sensor is the only one that can help me here.
Seems like a new discovery.
No, that's the roof. Oh, wait. Okay. I think I got it. Um, okay, so don't. I think I got it. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so it transforms it into red. Okay. So that thing just changes the. It just changes it to. Changes the color. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now,
Oops.
This is the last room.
You sure this is the last room?
Uncle, spotted something.
Ooh, I probably should have dodged that.
Disperse. Strike from the shadows.
Okay.
It's getting closer. These will be my final words. If only I had more. I thought my enemies were misconceptions, waning passion, and my own ignorance. Only in the end did I realize time is my ultimate foe. I became blindsided by my fear of death and insatiable thirst for truth, eventually derailing our research. It was too late when I finally came back to my senses. We had already walked into that false gate. Now, I'm leaving my last realization behind. They are our past, but they are also our future. Had I realized it sooner, there might have been a chance to get things back on track. The future being hailing from our past. Please save us once again. Please keep pushing forward until you reach the real gate that can change the world.
What in the...
Wow! She's so pretty!
Rover, about this person.
I think I know her.
Knew it. Great. Now that power's been restored, the elevator should work. The beacon signal is coming from below. Let's go.
No, I should probably heal before we do anything.